How stronger? Obviously. We should do this one. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do this. That's not why you're in the Hall of Fame. Did I say Eisenhower? He's in the Hall of Fame. I thought Harding became Hitler. Or something, maybe. Maybe. If you went. How are you? How are you? Fabulous Moolah, China, Women's Hall of Fame. Trish Stratus is in the Hall of Fame with WWE. But are you in my Hall of Fame? Maybe Lita. Jesus is almost like Aztec. Have a heart? Dude, that was like a long time ago. Lita. No. I mean, Amy Lita Dumas, could I just call her Amy Duma? Amy Duma. She beat Trish before. China, Sable, Amy Duma. Sherry, maybe. Oh yeah, 94, 95. Oh yeah, man. It's like, oh, Trish, like, she drives off to shopping. Sherry, Trish, Patricia, Stratus, Patricia Stratus. Who is better than Cena? Alberto Del Rio. Who is better than Orton? For sure. Diamond stand up. Hallelujah. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I can think of some slogans for that. Who in WWE needs to go right now? I thought you would hope for maturity, and I thought maybe he would. It's a possibility, and maybe. But if you don't love the business enough, then you haven't been mature. If you don't care about other people, then you're not mature. And then you don't care truly about this business. Who I think needs to go, it don't matter if you're with Stephanie, is Paul Levesque. You need to... He relieved Vince, and now you need to be relieved. Levesque, Triple H. Who should be it? What? what? Stone Cold says, what? Now, what if you started telling all these other wrestlers, what? Do you have any black friends, Stone Cold? Maybe Booker T, right? Huffman, man. I guarantee you, if someone could produce my show Wednesday Night Magnitude and Thursday Night Legends or Veterans, and if you could keep the show going, I guarantee you it'll beat Raw and SmackDown. Live wire show, live wire character, heat, velocity. So there can be a WCW velocity, or there can be a WCW heat. WWE heat. Or maybe they could give the show a heat or a velocity to WCW. That'd get some heat too, because it was WWF show. It's gone Saturday night. That wasn't that great. For this? No. I don't know. Oh, so I do like the atmosphere better than back then. If someone mentions Bret Hart, if someone mentions this one here, I'd say Vince. Okay, and you might know what I'm talking about then. But they have like 12. They had 4. 7. WWE has been unprofessional. I've been to Connecticut before. But someone said one time, I forgot what year, if you're serious about WWE, go there. I heard demons roaming the hallways. What type of peoples are these peoples? They're bipolar, myself. You're fucking up the show, man. Surprised Triple H is not fully mature. This one speech orientation, I thought he was. '96, '97, '96, he lost Ultimate Warrior. He's had better matches, though. What if Triple H was fired in 2016, 2015? You go down in flames? Triple H. Not me, don't. I don't know, don't. What's in your things? Well, that'd be have 8 pay-per-views. 8. 4 months. Concentrate on building storylines. On the character build-ups. On the character evolution of the character. To production of the character. And if you don't like the person, then don't write for him. That's what WCW. What happened to WCW? But they were winning. Actually, I heard it was Viacom or something. Ted Turner's like 2 names there, but he's on WCW. They should have just got rid of Viacom. Who the fuck is Viacom? So one time I said something with a V or something. It's like, no, it's just Viacom. I think. Yeah, vultures are scavengers. Wingspan, swans. I'm not sure vultures might have bigger wings. I don't remember. One time Vince did World Wrestling Federation, I think 2 years ago, because you can say it. I think I said that because I said that on Facebook. 2009, 2010, 2011. They can use the classical logo, and they can say World Wrestling Federation. Federation. And they had these in the late WWF. When Church first came on TV, I did not like it. What WWF said a lot of good things about Elizabeth, but something Vince said. There was something Vince said. Vince. Yeah, you Vince. The other people said a lot of good things about Elizabeth. She was mostly classy. Oh, but she was a villain. No. Elizabeth, Terry Reynolds, or Marlena. China was one too, but I didn't like her, man. No. Oh, dude, somebody would say that. Somebody said that before. No. No, China was born a woman. I think she was taking testosterone. No, she wasn't a hermaphrodite. Elizabeth, Maria Kanellis, and whoever. There's this woman that I could compare to Awesome Kong, but this other woman, but not a wrestling woman. But she had like MMs. But Awesome Kong didn't even have like, I don't think, not more than C's. No, they weren't D's. I don't think. Maybe B's. It's like, oh, we have Yokozuna's a 3-time WCW champion. I mean, WWE champion. The theme music, he was a sumo wrestler. That's an Asian type of wrestling. Rikishi. Those are only 2. Oh, maybe Earthquake, Tenta, and Typhoon. Other than that, you can't really make a Hall of Fame out of WWE, WCW, WWE super heavyweights. There's not that many of them. Andre, but that's like a giant. Sure. Michigan Bank, King Larry, Masters of the Mat, Majestic Clash, versus Storm, WrestleMania. WrestleStorm could be in August. And I told Dixie, don't use my wrestling names, or I could do logos. Don't use my wrestling creations unless you have my permission. It's this page that I signed. I was just saying, don't use it unless you're going to compensate me credit. You know, I told Janice Carter that Silent TNT in her. But this one band Smashing Pumpkins. I was like, why you call a band that? What's wrong with Pumpkins? I don't know. Some Hulk Hogan or somebody by TNA and get out of Viacom. Maybe Trump, maybe Gates. No, Trump, Gates, and Cornette, James D. Cornette, Trump, Gates, Hulk Hogan. Maybe a show or something. You can't do 2 shows. You can't do 3 shows. You have to do it right. But they do it every week, so it's not great. Every week. I don't speak the impossible. 4 months for storylines. Let me see. Johnny Laura, China. Oh! Natalia? Oh no, Tara. Lisa Marie Varon. Now, if we're talking about wrestlers, valets, or beauties, or divas, beauties, or really attractive chicks, I don't like it when Howard Finkel told Trish Stratus in 2002, and women are hot and warm and women have their wieners, and fuck you, Finkel. I know that. I mean, Trish should not quit the WWE. When she had a boyfriend, I don't think she cheated. If she did, then she sucks. I was gonna say, did she liked The Rock or I don't know, who knows, Conk or something. I didn't want you to be one of those. Excuse me. Varen, Keebler, Wilson, Tori, light blue lingerie. I had that picture in my room. Not this room, but in a room. And female wrestler. Oh, I like Molly Holly. She wrestled Victoria Tara, Lisa Marie Varon. I think Victoria won with Tara, Lisa Marie Varon. Molly Holly was a 2-time champion. She had the pure and wholesome gimmick, but they say wrestlers are actors or entertainers and wrestlers. And it's true. It's just a show or her character. She's actually a cunt in real life. She has one. Well, let's use a different proper word. Though she is one, C-U-N-T, because it's on Google Plus and it says cunt. It's on her T-shirt. I'm not sure if she did it, I don't know, paint or put it on her T-shirt. I don't think she put that as a T-shirt, or maybe. So it says that word, and it's Molly Holly, Maura Greenwald. She's a bitch. She's a cunt. She's vulgar, and she's trying to help teens. I don't see how she's trying to help anybody. I thought Molly Holly was the pure and wholesome character, but I guess that was just a lie. Well, she was a face, but just for show. Bret Hart was really Bret Hart. Laura Greenwald and Molly Holly are different, but now she's trying to make them the same thing. Remember, she'd come back as a heel or something. Why do you do it? I had an injury before. Vince has usually told Brett no. Vince doesn't say nothing to me. Or he might say something and, hey man, it's like not opportunities these days. It's like, I think maybe they know realistically they could just get more done digitally as well. Hey man, I gave 30 matches, or 24 matches for WrestleMania 30. Maybe 30. You owe me, Vince. If you use any of my match suggestions, please say my name. I know what I have. There. If you check notifications, and then like, would you get a notification if you got a reply to a message? I never get notifications for replying to for anybody replying to messages. No one replies to messages. Like I said, they read or think or read, probably. So, okay. I don't like this minority thing. I try to have game. It says how to talk to these women, certain women. It's like, it's not working. I know I'm not blocked or anything from whatever, because Trish, I think it's her, she invited me to WWE Divas women group, but from open to not closed, but not to secret. So to secret. So I know that, because I think I mentioned on Twitter. I said I wasn't sorry, and I said, did you tell other women to don't talk to me or something like that? Did you spread the word or something like that? I didn't know wrestling was just for bipolar people, because it seems that way. It seems that way. But anyways, I said, have you told people not to talk to me? Have you told what I told you then, 12 years ago? Did you talk to other people? Now no one's not saying anything. I have a couple replica belts, but I bought that as a graduation gift from when I graduated school that I went to for 4 years. what you're supposed to do. If I was to be with a famous woman, and, well, of course, but I mean, I heard, well, no, because I did hear one time that supposedly Vince was understandable that Trish had a boyfriend, which was Ron Fiscal. So maybe not, I don't know, but it just seemed weird, somewhat confusing, a bit confusing. Though, a bit confusing, no. So if I was to be with a famous woman, would they be understandable? And would they be reals to me? Would they be legit to me? I like Reba McEntire. I think I told her about Blue Green Algae. And maybe Sigourney Weaver. And I'd help that woman for the better. I mean, McEntire, yeah. Country singer, and she had her own show, Reba. Whoa, self-absorbed. Well, actually, Reba's show was actually wholesome and family values. Reba, but no one says anything to me. Hey man, if I'm gonna do a local man or a band, well, none of these women are talking to me. Let's see on. I know, so I'm thinking about it, feed my profile. They feed my profile, especially maybe a few of them or a couple of them. Not yet. Let them think about it. Let them think. Now, I heard a woman that's considered dating a guy. I heard that they make up the decision about a guy in 3 minutes. If that's true, that's not right. I mean, I don't understand how that works. Or maybe you keep talking to a woman, and maybe she'll change her mind. Or maybe that's after each message, or maybe you hit that in your profile. The women could be a bit more liberating, well, just edit your profile, or let's talk a while. And this one guy said, you know, if a woman has to go out, you know, find a woman that likes driving. I'm not a fan anymore. I mean, I'm not. I was never. I meant. I just don't see the point anymore. I mean, I've seen things, but I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want anybody to die. Ever. The Ucks beat the Bills. Buffalo. Bruce Smith, Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, Demaryius Thomas, and Andre Reed, Jim Kelly, Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, O.J. Simpson. Actually, Bayard. Actually, O.J. Simpson was before Jim Kelly, or before Thurman Thomas. He was great. He played for the Bills. He was trying to get his merchandise back, or something like that. Someone. Well, he was proven innocent. Someone said bribes. That's illegal. This woman, Rosemary Johnson, says she wanted true love, and I said I was being legit, and I answered the questions that she asked. Most of them, I mean, I did. She answered. I mean, there's no uncomfortable questions, just regular questions. But Rosemary Johnson blocked me, and what? And I think she's local. I'm on like. Oh, she might have saw some. Was this one? Maybe some presidential hippos and presidential pictures. Yeah, and actually, Kennedy cheated on his wife, and a lot of women, but that's okay. Well, the person that got killed. That got killed. I don't like those presidents. Now, would I be willing to die if, someday when my parents are dead, someday, I don't know when that is. I hope I don't want to know. Though, how long of a life will I live? I don't know. Would I eventually want to die when I'm older? Yeah, if I'm taking blue green algae in my 80s, 70s, or 80s, or if I'm 90 and if I'm like still 80 or 75, yeah, I might want to die if I'm in my 90s or 80s, even if I'm taking blue green algae when I'm older. But not now. I'm 30. I'm 30s, 40s, 50s. Come on. 70 at least. 77. Maybe I'm 78. 8. But I'm 30. I'm 30. I don't want to die. It's 20s. I don't want to die. When I had the injury and I thought I died, but I came back in a microsecond. Don't ask. I didn't see the for quite a while, some years. I mean, what seemed like a couple years. Though I didn't see him that year or the year after. Yeah. If I would have saw the ring earlier, then I know yeah, no, 2 years where the light was fading or something like that. No, actually, it was some years, 2012, 2013, early. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see the Reaper or Ian for years. But if I would have saw the Reaper a year after or somewhat after my injury, and I'd say, if it was like, 2004, 2005, or what I said, or 2005, or I'd be like, or 2007, fuck no. I'm good at that, but I mean, I don't want it, man. Obviously, I stuck around because I wasn't meant to be. So I'm glad I didn't. I'm very glad I didn't die. I think. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm glad to be alive. I should be. And the battleground, that's okay, because take it to a battlefield film, because back here, that's illegal, and that's illegal, and animals have no part of that. And I do not care about our veterans. And this one guy who was a veteran, he says he doesn't care about the veterans. Because he this one relative, I thought he was like on some like, well, I don't want to say that word, but so it was for some war, I think. Maybe it was like the Japan thing or something, or the Cold War. What was it for? He was like on some. I'm not sure if he did any fighting, or he helped assemble things or whatnot for America to go to war, or if he participated. I don't know which one. Or I'd have to look that up again. Though. I don't like those video games. I don't like war. I talk about real America, but I'm not a soldier. I don't want to win. Okay, so just accept that. Obviously, it's like Star Wars, but it should be like wires, but then it's like a metal or like plastic, or that's not real. That's not real. But if it's like some women supposedly like love their soldier that if they're in a relationship with one of them, and it's like how are you doing, Fred? It's just risking it. I don't like the risk. But then more of a national myth or expenditures. What nation? But I said these prisons, that's because, well, they didn't do their jobs for nothing. That would be excellent. And then just like, there's a thing I've shared, shut down most of the government entirely. Because there's still got to be programs for people that need it. And I was in programs. I am. And that means also no private corporation. No private corporations. That even certain states, certain cities are going bankrupt. And the true peoples will never vote in them. Because of their miserable failure, they shouldn't have any power. Those people, other peoples. Shut down most of it, indefinitely, including private corporations. They don't help the economy, nothing. And they mess things up. They are fuck-ups. These private corporations don't benefit the people. Maybe some of these people are foreigners. You need to, like Egyptians or whatever Asian countries. You need to go home. Now, you're from New Mexico? I thought I saw someone with a New Mexico license plate. That's a state. That's a state. A state. Well, then you care about America, don't you? Other places, peoples, maybe. I know the highs, the hellos, the buys, the some vocal words. I mean, I've sang a song in Spanish before, but then I stopped singing for a while. So Animal Bill of Rights I signed, and Mercy for Animals rights for animals are law. Mercy for Animals and the Animal Bill of Rights. We have 5 Bill of Rights. Those are laws or amendments that I say are now laws. And Sharia law, that's not a law. That's a foreign law. And European countries are not liking that these people say there should be a Sharia. And that's not. Clothing is clothing. So a woman has to be fully clothed or wearing a burqa in order to get to heaven or whatever. I said those women should just do it in protest. Because originally we were naked. A long time ago. Mostly. If there is a world war and someone says your son or daughter went to war, I would say a prayer. I'm not sure if it would work. Ask God. North Korea did threaten America. It's on YouTube. Iran said America's a Satan. Iran accused America. China says they should own California. Should run California. Then Facebook or something. Then they need to go. Then they need to move to a different state. China, California, Russia, Montana, or Washington, state. That's West Coast, North, not East Coast. Vancouver, or Vancouver, that's above Washington State. And I don't know about another Vietnam War, but I don't know. Also the places that you trying to legalize ivory trade from Africa, it's far away. up to south to north, from Africa to Asia, and all those other countries. Like, I read this article, something about Malaysia. That was fucking stupid. And Singapore, or Indonesia, and I think Zimbabwe's corrupt. Rhodesia. Oh yeah, New Brunswick, I think, and Finland, or why didn't I mention that? Or Georgia. Leave those places alone, man. Mexico. I heard Mexico City is really nice. And that's south. I don't think Arizona. NM. Not Texas. NM. Small places. I'm not sure about Mexico City. Probably regular. These ones since we're going south from the north. It's like, is there a depression in the south or something like that again? In the southeast, or yeah. So I'm not sure about NM, but I guess other places like Alabama, Mississippi, maybe Silsbee, Texas, Arizona. I meant Silsbee, Texas. El Paso, maybe. Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida. I guess there's depressed people in the southeast. Or something. He looked like Moses the fifth or sixth. I mean, not Moses. I think there's only been one Moses. I think he had two daughters. One Moses. Oh, Jesus. One Moses. Two daughters. I think. And they had another woman later. Looked like Ramses the fifth or sixth. I'm like, are you a foreigner? To this guy, and I was gonna be like, go back to Egypt. He looked Egyptian or something, and the woman might have been part Israeli or something. Oh my fucking goodness, man! Go the fuck away, man! Get out of my thoughts! Get out of my fucking name, man! And the thoughts.com, I said, I've seen God, I've seen Jesus, angels, I've seen other things, I've seen things. I'm like, friend, how are you? Close down the Denver Federal Center, close it down. And Colorado, you Arabs that are not moderate, or you're thinking about not being, and here's the release. Maybe go back to Israel. Go somewhere else. I don't think he's not from Colorado. I don't think. I'm from Colorado. Someone said the Indians, millions were killed. The Indians under him? No. Oh, that's exaggerated. 100,000? 10,000? 10,000? No. 10,000? K. Not M. K. 10,000. If there was 100 million Indians, if were killed, if, then there would be no Indians. Prescott Bush was an Indian. He bleached his skin with Clorox. Prescott Bush is an Indian. And 6 million. 2% of Germany, if that one group name, then they couldn't be. It couldn't have been 6 million, and there wasn't. And someone said, "How are you, friend?" And someone said, that'd be like 400,000, 250,000. The same black and white pictures were duplicated. There couldn't have been gas chambers. Upper, the lower, the inside. You couldn't go in there. You couldn't go above. You couldn't go lower. You couldn't touch them. If so, there wasn't. Typhus and lice, starvation, dehydration, exhaustion. That's bad. Though there was no gas chamber. I don't want to say this one word because people don't like this one word, but obviously, well, that's what I'm talking about. So I'll just say this one instead of this one word that starts with a T. Instead of saying that word, almost there. The legitness, the realness, is that it was not 6 million. And saying if someone says I'm here or something like that, I'm saying there wasn't 6 million. I am part this one word though, and I'm telling the reals. Because your exaggeration, distortion of history, 3. Exiling this one man, trying to demonize this one person. That's fucking wrong, man. And the Vatican gave those people leeway. And Perón, and then that one guy, and then Hirschman, and Crispy, and then maybe he found the fountain of youth, or maybe he came back, or he asked God for his youth, or who fucking knows? Or maybe he knew about blue green housing. The whole thing was a ploy, just like Democrats and Republicans, or whatever. Or whatever. It's like 2 tribes of this one word, and they call them that because there's disagreement, maybe. They call them that, or they call them something, or something like that. Political, it's like the one word with the J, and the one word with the J, and one word with the N, and one word with the J. Is like the word with the Democrats and Republicans. They're paid opposition. Because and God was it was like 400,000. You people condemning these people, you're going to be condemned. And if God was supporting exaggeration and distortion, then I'd say fuck that, and we would try to leave, because that's not right. And hopefully we would, because that's unjust. But it's not. No, hopefully he'd be truly godly, truly loving, and truly about facts and legitness. And this one with the J, the ones that are promoting the 6 million thing, they will go to hell. They will have the final judgment. So. No, but maybe, if time was to end, the Jews would say, they didn't really hate the Nazis. They don't hate them. They were paid opposition. They were to hate them as long as time went on. Why do you have to wait till the end of the world to say it was an exaggeration? And if you don't think it's an exaggeration, then you're a Marxist, and you want to hate something. That's weird. That's strange. There wasn't 8 million. There wasn't 8 million Germans. There wasn't 7 million Germans. There wasn't 6 million Germans. And not even now. And someone said, "Well, because of the Holocaust." They said 400,000. I don't know I'd have to look up the current population of Germany, but I'm not sure how many Jews went back to Germany or how many are there now, though. Maybe that's because it's propaganda. Like I said, the Jews and the Democrats are paid to hate the Republicans. The Republicans are paid to hate the Democrats, but secretly they're one party, and they go to the same ancient whatever you call it. They're in it together, and they're liars. So people are saying the Jews are lying, and some people say the Nazis are lying. So it's like they're in it together. So they're one thing. So what would you call a Nazi Jew or a Jew Nazi? What would you call one of those? No, friend. What would you call one of those? Even though if someone saw my pictures of Bruce's character or theirs or Singer's or whatever, and it didn't pick up, oh well, I always believe or support. I always support when I truly feel, and that's the monkeys and the donkeys, or the donkeys. I don't know, and I like animals mostly. I love them, and I love donkeys. I love my donkey. So, wig. Does somebody want to be the last member of their party? Wig dogs. And I'm not sure if Wiggs was always meet in the middle or the center. Though, Hello, and this is my wig dog. Wig dog's briskly suited boo. I always try the best. And I remember I was somehow in the playoffs because this other team quit because they were in the playoffs, but they wanted a better season record. So those guys are complainers. My flag football team didn't deserve to be in the playoffs, but Paul, this one guy, commissioner or president, had us be in the playoffs. And I remember catching the football, and I was getting faster each time on the field, or that play, and I scored a touchdown. And you could tell if people saw it, you could tell that I wanted to win. No one's saying anything. Have you done this yet, or have you done? I was successful in frisbee and basketball and frisbee and basketball, and a few others and other sports that I went in finals. So. But I won a couple championships, but never once everyone asked me, "Have you done pro yet, or off the sport, or something like that, or have you done this, or what was your career?" Now I didn't. I just gotta say, might as well. I didn't say for this guy not to have a girlfriend. I didn't say that. I said, when I get a woman, don't talk to her, don't. And when I posted that to guarantee so Austin knew what I was talking about. This one guy. I posted it on his page, and he saw what it exactly said. So I was telling the legits. I was being real. I think Austin got mad at those other two guys too. He saw what I truly said. He knew that I was right. That when I said they twisted my words, he's like, "You're right. They twisted your words." Miguel Fernandez. I don't know if that's his name. And Aaron, you're not supposed to gossip. And I did not say that, and you know that. How could I forgive you? Why should I forgive you? You know that I didn't say that. You twisted my words. It says that in Matthew. Matthew wasn't a Christian. I don't think Matthew was one of the main disciples, apostles. Peter or who would defend Jesus, Samuel? Or no, wait. What was his name? The black one that also helps Jesus. And the miracle or the messenger, the or whatever, and SOG or whatever, and yeah, I know. Did you know in other countries are worse, those countries than around Israel? Hold on. Did you know Matthew came from Afghanistan? Matthew was not from Israel. Matthew. Or maybe on the border, maybe Hafia. And Matthew was not a Christian. Matthew was not from the same city Jesus was. Twerps. Luke, John Saint John, 1 John of the Bible is a disciple, John disciple. Disciple John. Saint disciple Luke. Matthew was not a disciple. But he has his own book. But they're similar. Or the letters to John and the letters is different from the other ones. So it's only John is fun. No. Disciple John's book is, you learn something from John, not Matthew or Mark, or what did they really say? And Matthew shouldn't even be a book. He wasn't a disciple. Matthew, he's the one that gives false impressions to Christians. And I have not had any visions about disciples. Because, especially when people talk a lot about Matthew or Mark, they're turning them into idols. They try to turn Jesus into an idol. You're breaking the Father commandment. God's punished Matthew. Now on a blank page I try to write something, though I'm sincere. Twist my words, I'm not going to forgive you. You were listening to Matthew. You're Matthewites. You're Matthewites. You're not Christians. You're not Christians. You're Matthews. You're Matthews. I was born in Colorado. Colorado. Wait. No, relax. I'm sort of bored. Oh, I think I said Matthew, yeah. I think maybe, luckily, maybe I'm in Colorado. Because I heard they were EXPA, but I said the Congress and Exeter should be EXPA. But luckily I'm not in another state. Because if the states are truly divided, and you know, then let it be. But then we'd be in different countries, sort of. So, though these people that are not really from Colorado in the politics, you need to leave Colorado. You twisted my words. You Matthewites. I said he's not a disciple. I said you're not Christian. You wounded Jesus. So you try to. You're half-asses. You won't ever, you won't ever say, if you don't eat anything ever, just drink. Or fart. But then sometimes it's like later, sometimes it's like, well, maybe, you know, I should have farted a bit more. You know, never mind. Just like, I'm at yeah, no, should be good. So. I really love it. Please enter your profile a bit. No. Are you serious? No one said that. No one said that. Okay, publishing.